we have a new contender for worst movie of the year?
30 years ago, I decided to give golf a try.
But even when you're at the top of your game, you can always shank one.
After Happy Gilmore gets down on his luck and abandons golf for years because of the death of a family member, he decides to go back after so many years to win some money to help his daughter have a great future, and plays in one of the biggest tournaments he's ever played in. This is starring Adam Sandler returning as Happy Gilmore, and this movie is put out by Netflix. So, is this just another lame legacy sequel, or is this something good? Let's find out and get to the review. Let's go. Please let me know, did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think it's okay? Did you love it? Please let me know what you thought of Happy Gilmore 2 in the comments. Also, all the reviews I do are spoilers. So if you're not a fan of spoilers, go watch the movie, then come back and watch this video. Also, I have a lot of content on my channel. Check those out once this video is done. And we're kicking off things with the positives. Okay. Now, right out of the gate, this movie sucks. I can't hold it any longer. I just gotta let it out. The movie is trash. So, I only have, like, maybe 2 positives for the movie. That is absolutely it. And they're not even, like, huge positives. But, my first one is the humor. This will also be a negative. The humor is, like, so much downgraded from the first movie. So, the humor is not very good at all. But there's maybe 1 or 2 jokes that actually got me to laugh. So, I guess, yeah, like, full-on laugh. First 2, yeah, just 2 jokes. That's it. So there's that. And Adam Sandler was fine in this movie. He's really good as Happy Gilmore in the first one, and it was fun to see him back in this film, since I do have a little bit nostalgia for the first film, even though it's an old movie, came out in like the 1990s or whatever. Still, so I don't have like fully nostalgia, but like still, it was nice to see Adam Sandler back. And I'm not a hater for Adam Sandler. I'm just not a fan of him. The only good movies I've ever seen him in is Happy Gilmore and Murder Mystery. But Murder Mystery came out back in 2019. Those are the only 2 films I found Adam Sandler funny in. I haven't seen much of his films. I've only seen like sequels like Happy Gilmore 2, Murder Mystery 2, and there's a couple others that I've seen. I'm just not thinking about them right now. So I'm not a hater for Adam Sandler. He's just not my favorite, alright? I find his jokes to be, like, really cheesy most of the time. Like, Grown-Ups movies, I forgot, I've seen those, and those films are absolutely atrocious. Those are literally unwatchable comedies. I used to like the first movie, then I watched it a couple months ago, and I was like, yeah, this film is awful. So, yeah, just right out of the gate, telling you guys I'm not a huge fan of Adam Sandler. But anyway, we've really talked about my positives. Just a couple of jokes made me laugh. Adam Sandler was fine in the movie, not as good as he was in the first movie. And, yeah, let's head to the negatives. So like I said, my positives, a couple of jokes, like 2 or 3, got me to laugh in the film. Like, full-on laugh. All the other jokes made me laugh because of how stupid they were. Yes, I don't know what it was, but the first Happy Gilmore had these jokes that were just funny and just great and like fresh comedy jokes. This film, on the other hand, doesn't, because I'm pretty sure the first one was a theatrical release. This one obviously just dropped on Netflix. I hate when they do that. Like, they did that with Beverly Hills Cop. Wasn't a fan of that. I loved Axel F. It was one of my favorites of last year. But the sad thing was I can't pick it up on Blu-ray because it's a Netflix movie. And that's not the problem here at all, but still. But anyway, I hate how Netflix is just taking over these sequels, these legacy sequels or whatever, and they're not doing theatrical releases. And I'm happy that Happy Gilmore 2 did not get a theatrical release because I don't want anybody to waste their money watching this movie. And yeah, so just tell you not a fan of it. Maybe Netflix ruined this movie. I don't know. They've had some good ones coming out. Not this month, though. The Old Guard 2 and Happy Gilmore 2 in the same month. Not a good thing at all. So hopefully they can get better because they got some good ones coming out within the next half of the year. But Netflix isn't doing too well right now. Especially from like the beginning of the year, like Back in Action, the Electric State. Like, what are we doing, Netflix? But anyway. So, yeah. But anyway, the comedy here, very trash, cheesy jokes. And yeah, like I said, some of them are so bad it's good jokes. Like, such dumb jokes that kind of get a chuckle out of me, but still. Overall, as a comedy, the jokes are awful in this film. The acting, though, like I said, Adam Sandler, he was fine in this movie, but all the other actors, no, they were terrible in this movie. For some reason, he has, like, 4 sons, and they always, like, rage and beat up people. Like, I found that to be, like, what are we doing here? Like, that's not funny. So, yeah. And, like, when he can't start this car, they decide to just punch the car and stuff. Like, you think that's gonna help the car? No. So, very stupid. The acting from his daughter, she was just fine in the movie. And yeah, everybody else, like the caddy, like all that stuff, it was just fine. The golfing in this film was somewhat enjoyable. I forgot to mention that in my positives because, as you can see, I'm wearing a golfing shirt. I am a golfing person. I love to golf. It's my favorite sport. So that's why I'm a fan of Happy Gilmore, because I just know what all the golf talk and stuff. Maybe one day I'll try the Happy Gilmore swing, but yeah. But anyway, the golfing in this film was just somewhat enjoyable. Not the end. The final, like, tournament or whatever is so bad. Like, I don't know what we're doing there. There's, like, these basically dune buggies instead of golf carts. They're dressing up. There's got this one guy with a chainsaw. Like, that's just the dumbest stuff I've ever seen. It's so stupid. And, yeah, it just terrible ideas here. What are we doing? But all the other golfing, the regular golfing and stuff, like when Happy Gilmore finally gets back to golfing, was fine. It was somewhat enjoyable. So I forgot to mention that in my positives. But yeah. They also make a very dumb decision where basically the movie begins with him like saying, oh yeah, I have a happy life so far. I have 5 kids, 4 boys, 1 girl. And then eventually his wife goes to like the other end of the course. He swings the club, the ball goes flying, hits his wife, and his wife dies. What? That is so dumb. What are we doing here? Like, I don't know what, like the first movie when they killed off Chubbs, like as a joke, that was kind of funny, not gonna lie, with the crocodile. But now they're just doing that again, whereas they killed off his wife. I guess his grandma died before, but obviously I'm actually surprised she only died 15 years ago. She probably should have died like a year after first movie came out. But anyway, they killed off the wife. Like, come on. Why? Jeez, man. I don't know why they did that, but they did. So, it's a terrible idea. Also, the movie has like cameos basically they return almost all the cast members from the first movie, like that guy who's like trying to shut the grandma up at that home, who was like really mean and stuff with the mustache. He returns as this like runner of this club of alcoholics, and yeah, and there's so many sons. So basically, if there's a character from the first movie, his son, I guess they had a son, and that son will be in this film. Like the guy who says Jack, I'm not gonna say the other part, but you Jack, you know what I mean. I guess he had a son. That character we saw for 2 minutes, just yelling swears, I guess he had a son, and his son is in this movie. Chubbs, I guess he had a son, and he also lost his hand, but he lost his hand in a vending machine. Chubbs' son is in this movie. Okay, like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? I don't even remember at this point, but there's a couple other characters in this movie that I guess had sons, and they're in this film. What? I can't even explain here. It's just so stupid. And I don't even want to talk about this film no longer. Like, I'm just right out of the gate. This film might be the worst movie of the year. And really, like, my top 3 worst of the year are all Netflix films, which is crazy. Happy Gilmore 2, Back in Action, The Electric State. What are we doing here, Netflix? Like, not even theatrical release movies are in my 3 worst of the year. So that's kind of crazy. We'll see how the rest of the year does, but, like, I don't know. Happy Gilmore 2 might be the worst film of the year. Just saying that right now. The nostalgia doesn't even work at this point. Also, Shooter McGavin's back in here. No idea why. And yeah, this film is just so awful. Don't even want to talk about it anymore, so let's head to the ratings. Alright, so I'm going to give Happy Gilmore 2 a 2 out of 10. I thought this was just an awful, unwatchable film with some terrible comedy, some terrible acting, and I don't even know what they were doing with the story here. But this film is just so awful. So that's why I'm giving Happy Gilmore 2 a 2 out of 10. I'll see you in the next one.